for Arizona.
Running backs got it going in the second half. What's the plan on the Oregon defense for a while?
We just weren't filling our gaps, and we weren't finishing our tackles. We were making contact, but we just weren't wrapping up. And I feel like we just got to work on that in practice and finishing the tackles. And we just got a lot of work on.
But you did get an interception.
Yeah, that was cool. That was definitely pretty cool. But I still got a lot of things to work on, and just one interception isn't obviously going to cut it for the team. So I got to see what I can do to do more and help out the team more, and see what I can do to get more interceptions or make more tackles or fill the gaps better. So I still got a lot to work on. So does this defense. I thought it was, but we just couldn't get the ball moving in the second half, and their defense was pretty legit. So it was just tough for us to get that momentum going, and I felt like our defense fought really hard, especially in that last drive in the fourth quarter. Like we definitely showed that we weren't trying to give up and let them just stuff it in our face. So I feel like that's something to bounce back on, is just to work hard in this next week and see what we can do against Arizona in 2 weeks.
David was talking a lot about the mistakes that you guys made, missed tackles. How difficult is it to have those type of mistakes this late in the season?
Yeah, it's definitely tough when you're playing a team like Washington, when they got a bunch of good running backs that'll capitalize on those missed tackles and make tackles in open space. So we got to work on our open space tackles and finishing after contact too.
What's so tough about containing Pettis? Because he's got you in the pass and obviously the punt return.
Man, he's a shifty guy. Like, he knows how to read gaps, and he definitely tries to bait people into going left, and then he cuts it right around to the right, and he sets up his blocks really well. And their special teams, just did a really good job in that punt return. And we got to do a better job of running the lane and containing the edge too. So.
What was it like getting that was your first career pick?
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. It was definitely like a dream come true, but I definitely got a lot more that I got to try and get, and I got to work a lot harder going into this next week, because obviously it wasn't enough after this loss, and we'll see what happens.
Coach Taggart called Braxton one of the toughest guys on the team. Would you agree with that? Definitely.
He's a guy that just works his butt off every day in practice, and he doesn't take crap from anyone. If like people are talking crap to him from the other team, he just washes it away, and he's a good leader because he doesn't take anything, and he'll always bounce back if he makes a bad play and just flushes everything. So.
How do you like your new big role on defense? Obviously, that's been probably a real welcome for you.
It's definitely been pretty cool getting some more reps of safety out there, and I feel like I've been able to make an impact a little bit. And I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of trust amongst my teammates and stuff, which is important. And obviously we got to get a lot better, like I've been saying. So.
Wasn't it an injury that slowed you again? I know it was last year, but didn't you have one this year too?
Yeah. I sprained my knee 2 weeks before the season started, and I was kind of in the starting rotation, first and second string, kind of like making a run for that starting spot, and then went down and really had to work my way back up through special teams and stuff. And Coach T kept coming up to me and making sure that I was working hard on the special teams and making plays there. And then once I started making some plays there, they understood that they needed to start giving me reps of safety, and that's just kind of how it worked out.
Did this game feel different than last year's game against Washington?
I feel like we definitely had a lot more energy in that first drive, and just before the game you could tell we were ready to play, but we just couldn't keep that momentum going, and that was what did it for us. Is we had all this momentum, we had all this energy, and we just couldn't keep it going.
Brady, what's Justin been like these last 5 weeks as he's trying to get back? It's just frustrating for him as it is for you guys.
Yeah, he's been frustrated knowing that there's nothing he can do about it besides just doing treatment and working hard in practice. But he's a guy that he'll never stop working hard. And even though he's been down for the past couple weeks, he's always trying to motivate us, or if something happens on defense, he's the first guy to come up to the defensive group and give us high fives and motivate us. So that's been really special to see him taking that role of leadership since he's been hurt. So that's really cool to see.
Is there a sense of optimism with a bye week that he might be able to get back and help you guys get to a bowl game and have a winning season?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Whoever is the starting quarterback, we're gonna trust him and be all for it. So I mean, if he makes a comeback, that's great. But if he doesn't, then we just have to keep supporting Braxton and make sure he keeps working hard and we work hard on defense too.
Willie said that he doesn't really talk about a bowl game with you guys, but as players, is that something you guys are discussing, maybe outside of the locker room and whatnot?
Well, of course, we definitely want to go to a bowl game. We just got to keep winning these next 2 Pac-12 games against Arizona and Oregon State. But yeah, a bowl game is definitely a goal that we have, and we really needed this win too today. But I feel like in that last drive, we definitely had some momentum. We kind of came together as a defense, so I feel like we can bounce off that and make something happen these next 2 weeks before Arizona, then we'll be ready to go.
Brady, some guys have said that they found this loss frustrating because they felt like you guys were better than that. Do you agree with that? And if so, what didn't translate today that you guys have seen in practice that you think could have been effective?
I feel like we were really ready to play. Like I was saying, that first drive, everyone had energy. We had energy on the sideline and on the field. So I feel like we definitely could have played a lot better than we did, and we could have put some more points on the board and kept some points off if we would have filled our gaps on defense. So we definitely got a lot to work on these next 2 weeks, and I think it's going to be a tough game against Arizona because they got a really good offense, and that quarterback is running all over the place. So we got to be able to just keep him contained and just do our thing.
Thanks, Brady.
Thank you, Brady.